Ford.
We are Fresh Trades. I'm James. This is Tyler.
Hello guys, if you haven't seen us before, welcome. If you have seen us again, you're in for the same kind of treat.
Yes. Sometime we'll have to do a show to where we describe how it is if you're going to get involved in sales or something like that.
Oh yeah, I want to do a tutorial on how to become a salesman. I think that would be hilarious. I'll do it at one of my desks, and we'll shoot it from right in front, and I'll give you like maybe like 5-10 good advice, some good tips, what's gonna help you get in the door. What are the things you're gonna be looking for? Maybe you want to avoid.
I like rule number 1, but we'll save that for that show.
You'll get there, guys. How's it going, person?
All right, so we are in a 2009 Ford Escape. You know how many they probably sold of these?
Honestly, this is probably one of the most sold Fords of the year. I would imagine, because there hasn't been like a time in my life where I haven't noticed like the girls in my age group drive these cars because they've been handed down from their parents, or there's so many of them. And isn't it this, what year is this?
This is 2009.
Is this still a partnership where they had with Mazda? Where they pretty much had the...
In 09,
I think it's separated. Or
yes.
It might have been. I don't know. Because I do know Ford had a partnership with Mazda way back in the day, and that's where you get the Tributes and the Escapes that are exactly the same car, or the B2000 pickup truck that's exactly the same as the Ford Ranger. Fun fact about the Ford Ranger, which we'll go to another time. It's not today. Not today.
So we are cruising in a Ford Escape. It's got decent equipment. It's got the Sync Microsoft Bluetooth capabilities, USB auxiliary inputs. For 2009, that was pretty good. And it's 120,000 miles on this one.
So you mean it's nearing its third lifetime, probably its third owner, you would say. Right here is probably second owner transition. That's pretty common for these vehicles. I'm surprised. It's got a lighter interior and it's not beat to shit.
Yes, the Duratec V6 Ford Power, always good, smooth.
It's a good motor. It's definitely a good motor.
Yeah.
The trans is what normally after like 160, that's when I start to hear issues, but so far so good. Transition smoothly through the shifts.
Yes, so far it's good, excepting for when you get in, you're kind of slanted to the left side. After you get your Gangsta Lean like posture, it's
Do you
fine.
think they did the oppo? Do you think they did the right hand lean?
Maybe they did.
Maybe they were like, oh, left.
But it's kind of slanted like to the left. But otherwise, like once you get
Dad, you gave me a deformity of ass cheeks. My left's bigger than my right. I sit funny every day.
It's pretty smooth.
I'm sweating in here, so we're gonna turn on the AC a little bit more towards me and less towards you. It takes me longer to cool down.
Yes, I run lean. You run hot.
I run premium. Yeah, that's for sure.
But brakes feel good. This is solid. This is like something that I'd roll the dice on, like without a warranty.
Oh yeah, I'd roll the dice. I don't buy warranties. Because I live my life on the edge. That's why I gotta get a new car and a new phone this week.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
Weekend wasn't bad. Crazy story. Yesterday, me and all my friends went out for a Harley ride, and we went to go get lunch. Stopped in, and we knew the storms were coming right around 2, so we decided to leave right around like 12:40, 1 o'clock. Didn't even make it a block. I promise you, I was hyperventilating. I had never been so soaked on my bike in my entire life, and it was seriously a block, and you're just getting buckets thrown in your face at such a rapid rate. You're like, you're trying to wipe seriously the rain off my sunglasses because you think it's gonna help. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, take the sunglasses off, maybe that would be better. Nope, now you're getting pelted in the eyes with rain darts. Okay, back on again. It was so bad, but we survived. That bike has ABS, and cool. We stopped in the bar, and the nearest one that we could, pulled the bikes in the back, went inside, and pretty much got naked. We, there's pictures of us shirtless, socks off, shoes in the fan. It was a crazy weekend.
That sounds like it.
We'll switch and get to yours.
Yeah.
Every freaking time.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. Just get fired last Christmas, Get out of here. So how was your weekend, James?
It was good. We did a lot. We did camping. We did.
Oh, you did
Did camping on Friday night. We did graduation on Saturday.
I did a graduation party as well.
Yeah, it was good. Saw my brother Nick.
Yeah.
Spazzed out a bit.
Brothers do that.
Yeah, it's good for the soul.
It brings you back down to earth level. So far, so good. I had my younger 3 siblings. They all graduated 8th grade, and then my other younger brother just graduated from ISU, so there was a foursome party.
Mostacholi everywhere.
Dude, you know, I went there thinking there was gonna be a bunch of mots. There was not. Instead, they actually had they catered Jimmy John's. I ain't mad at that shit. The only problem
nice
is
and easy. Nobody has to clean up.
we work next to it, so
Oh yeah.
you know, I gotta freaking eat that quite often. So far, this thing drives solid as hell.
It is. Did you feel when you got in there was a kind of an incline to the seat?
Yeah, it's a little weird. It definitely makes you go left.
Yeah.
Like this right cushion was, like there's a pile of books underneath you.
Oh.
Not that I could read them. Ah, speaking of books,
Speaking of books.
James' favorite part. Whoa!
Oh, Jesus.
That trans is not as good as you thought. Told you, folks.
I don't think you know how to drive a Ford though. I think that might be it. Ford
I
power,
didn't know there was any other way to drive
no
Ford.
salesman card. What is this guy doing?
Well, he's gonna kill everyone inside the car. That's the
What
whole.
an idiot.
I'm just letting them know that we're here for safe precautions.
Yeah.
The horn is also for communicating to others, even if they don't want to hear it. They will.
It definitely ticks other people off.
Oh yeah.
Like even when somebody's bothering you and they're in front of you, and they go to turn off, and you just tap it.
Light.
Oh, that is gonna eat at them the rest of the day.
Hold on. So when we were with my family back in the day, me and my brothers, and a lot of bad kids doing a lot of bad stuff. Thank God the younger 3 are good. We used to put up signs that say honk if you're horny and shit like that in the back windows. So you get these truckers that are just wailing on the horn at my dad, and he's getting pissed off. He's like one of those guys that's an angry driver as it is. So, yeah, people love the horn. I don't know what to say about this. The only thing that I initially got confused with is, like, we'll go over that once we go over the interior, because that was the confusing part. Because I looked at this and it looked, there's so many fucking buttons.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a screen that's necessary, like maybe one that should have been there, or something over here. Maybe because we're used to this high-tech stuff.
Now you hear some road noise, but you also hear like the.
Go a little left, that's for sure.
Oh my god.
There's a
That guy's
person.
gonna need to check his underwear, man. But the road noise, I hear the whistling from the antenna.
So do I.
You know what's also cool is this is a 2009. 10 years later, they still haven't figured out how to put an aerodynamic antenna on the F-150. It's crazy.
And in 2019,
Sticks straight up.
they still have those?
Yeah, they still have those.
I even worked for Ford for a little bit, and I never even paid attention to that. Fun fact, when your phone dies and gets tons of water, buckets of water thrown in it, your Bluetooth doesn't seem to work that well on the ride home.
That makes sense.
And then when I took the antenna off the bike, yeah, I pretty much rode home in silence.
Ouch.
You can't hear any radio. All right, we pulling up to our usual spot here?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, that's what I do. I pulls up to the yachts and hop up out the like.
All right, let's do some interior.
Yeah, let's floss it. First off, this can be yours for whatever price we sell it for. We do have, you know, a little bit of a light on the dash here, but it's only one, which is way less usual than our traditional not Fords. Well, yes, but our traditional
Yeah, traditional Fresh Trade brand likes to have about 3 lights on
I
at a time.
prefer 3 at a time.
Yeah.
You know I do. So, light on the dash, hazards work, blinkers, everything work, lights on here work. Oh.
Now you were talking about the buttons here.
This is a cluster F. Like, look at this. You don't know, they're all the same size, so I'm sure that'll get confusing at one point in the night or day. There's no real dome lights or anything that comes through here, and I feel like they gypped out on a screen.
What do you think happened here?
Oh, that's projectile vomit.
Oh, yeah.
Rebecca couldn't hold her shit. Well, at least this is
Any
pretty
sunglasses? No CDs, right?
clean. I didn't check. No disc.
Okay, we checked the books.
What is this?
Oh, you got a nice way to... Yeah, what is that?
I don't know, but I touched it.
It's a pen storage.
It's a fail-safe pen storage. Oh, I'm sure if this thing gets stuck, that's how you unjam it.
Yikes.
Cram it up your cram hole, floor.
A nice color
Oh,
feature there.
dude, that's
nice.
so cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, that makes me want this more than I ever did before.
Now, this model's two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive.
Oh, this is front, and they have an ambient lighting package that
Yeah.
BMW even offers. What's in here?
Exceptionally clean. I
I'm
mean,
actually shocked. So
yeah.
this must have came from somebody that really did take a pretty darn good care of it.
Yes.
But one thing that I always bring up is how freaking common these cars are.
Yes.
So like, we see them in some pretty bad conditions. For the fresh trade condition, pretty dead niche.
Let's see what we got.
Hot as hell out here. James is wearing his 8th man. Jim, James, Jimothy, what do you prefer? We got fog lights. Very rare for this year. Everybody knows the Ford dial, dial the 911. Just trying to do the drive in the rain was probably the most scary thing I'd ever done.
Yes.
Those little bitch. So was everybody else though, I'll give them that. They were scared too. After a beer later, you're fine, you know? Funny thing was, we were sitting in the bar and the owner just gets there. We're already soaked half the bar. Like, we're trying to section ourselves because we're just wringing out our shirts on the floor and doing all stuff like
Which
this.
place is that?
This is Casey's cabin.
Oh, okay, nice.
And we're in the back half of the place, and all the servers and all like the waitresses and bartenders, super freaking cool. Shout out to them. They were so nice for letting us in there. We were soaked and they didn't care at all. We even asked for a mop and some towels to soak up some of the floor. They're like, yeah, don't worry about it. We kept getting the floor so wet, they eventually brought us a mop. Then the owner walks in and we're all loud and laughing and talking about how great of a time it was. Like, we're all happy that's okay now, and talking about the craziness. And the guy walks in the door and only half of us notice him. And one of my other buddies takes off one of his boots, and as the guy goes, so how you guys doing? He pours the boot out in a bucket method, and it just pours all over the floor. And he looks up and he goes, I'm sorry. And the owner's like, yeah, I'm the owner here. If the dinner rush comes, can you guys put your shirts back on? I was like, that would be pretty funny. But we were around the bar for probably like a good 45 minutes to an hour, just shirtless. And you remember Ryan? He had no socks on. I was like,
gross,
dude, I was like, are you gonna go pee in the bathroom with no socks on? I was like, oh,
nasty.
I couldn't do that. That was too wild for me. That was my adventurous weekend. That's what I had. Everybody graduated, and I almost
Everybody graduated.
and everyone else graduated, and I almost died. Were you in the truck when you were driving back?
No, I was in the Mazda
992, shout out.
992, and then it was just getting wicked, like blowing the car around or being able to have the wipers on full blast, but you still can't see shit.
It was pretty bad. And you're an experienced driver, and you're saying how bad it was. And the crazy thing is, there's power lines that got knocked down,
so
trees
our power
got
went
ripped.
out for all of Sunday.
Damn! I
After the
lost.
storm.
So my phone got so wet from the ride that it crapped out on me on Sunday night. Without internet, without TV, and without your phone, dude, the quiet is scary.
Yeah.
Especially living on your own. I seriously woke up this morning and didn't know what time it was. I was like, how am I supposed to figure this out? Like, you're lost to the world. It's like an banishment.
Yeah.